Hey everyone, I hope everyone's having a great day. Happy Sunday. Today we're going to be talking about something a little different. Today we're going to be talking about money and inflation and everything else and why it influences our investments in Pokemon and everything else. So let's get started with why inflation is such a big thing and it's affecting the market as of today. Inflation affects rent, affects investments, TCGs, assets, everything. With interest rates being as high as it is now, with 8%, you can't just go borrow money at 8% and go buy stacks and booster boxes and cases of Pokemon or Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh at 8% because you're gonna lose money. At 8%, it's very hard right now to invest in things because the only way to invest now is you have to use your own personal cash. And right now, with the world, how it is with war and inflation and rent going up every year, 5 to 10%, gas is up $5, $6 a gallon. People are going, I don't want to invest my money because that's my safety net. Most people just have their emergency fund. And as a regular person, I'm not going to pull my money out of my emergency fund to invest in stuff that's going to sit around for 1 2 years and not make any money. Okay. The reason why all this stuff blew up in 2020 is because everything crashed and mortgage rates and interest rates were at an all-time low. Back in 2020, when everything popped off, things were going crazy, okay? You had 2%, you could borrow money at 2 to 3%. You could leverage stuff. People were leveraging stuff 10, 20 times. People were investing in crypto and making so much money. It was literally going to the moon. There was so many things going to the moon. And people were making money on the stock market. After it crashed, people invested back into it, and all of a sudden they're making 10, 20, 30% a year in the stock market. And people were taking that stuff, and people were making lots and lots of money on all those crypto scams and the NFTs and all those stuff. People were taking all that money, and they were not leaving it in there because it's not safe, and then they were turning into assets. And people were buying property and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and all that stuff, Magic. They were putting all that stuff. They were taking out the Magic Card money and putting it into boxes. Okay, and when people did that, they pulled their assets out, and now they use that money to invest. People were also using their credit cards, and people were also borrowing money at 2%, 2, 3%. And they were making 10, 20, 30% a year off their investments. Now, pretty much the best way to think about that is at 2 to 3%, you can make money all day. The key number is 4%. If you get anything under 4%, it's literally free money. So I would be able to borrow, let's just say I could borrow $1 million, and I got it at 3%. And I was able to invest that $1 million, and it was making 10 to 15% a year. That 3%, I'm making money. There's almost no risk at all. Now, I'm no financial planner. Don't listen to me. I'm just a guy that collects Pokemon cards. Do your own research. Talk to someone that's actually licensed to do this stuff. Okay? But that's what was going on at the beginning of 2020. This is not the first time this has happened. This happens all the time. But you get the big boom, and then it hits down. And the problem is, when it hits hard like this, people panic, and they sell their investments. Now, people aren't selling houses because people gotta live somewhere, you know what I mean? And the people that own houses are locked in at 2, 3, 4%. That's the reason why rent is getting so expensive, because if I have a house and I'm locked in at 4%, why am I going to sell the house, cash out, make some money? Then I got to buy somewhere to live, and then it costs me 8%. And houses are a lot more expensive now. So that's the reason why we don't see a big house crash, although houses are going down, of course. But there's no $1 million house losing 50%. That's just not going to happen because people are waiting to buy these things. And as we could see in the Pokemon market, it's starting to happen right now. if you guys have been paying attention to a lot of the bigger boxes, the WotC boxes and the EX boxes and all that stuff, these things are starting to get bought out like no other. I have seen multiple $1 million trades. People just buying collections from people that just need money right now. And I totally get it though. If I had $1 million collection and my card store is kind of not making money now, we're kind of hurting, I would sell my collection for $1 million. I mean, that's enough money to live on it. Yeah, you're selling it at downtime, and if you would have kept maybe for 2 or 3 more years, yeah, you could have made that to $2 to $3 million. But like I said, there's always opportunities. So that person may take that $1 million and throw it somewhere where it's gonna make more money. It might not make as much as those boxes, but also they did one big trade. And yeah, I'm sure they could have broke up that box and did that, but so that was the big thing that was going on during the recession. Was interest rates were so low and everyone was borrowing money, everyone was buying everything. And now we're in 2023, about to be 2024, and the easy mode's off right now. It's still not going to get easy yet. There's a lot of opportunities, but a lot of people are being careful, and I totally get it. Don't over leverage. Don't go max out your credit cards. Don't use your emergency fund to invest, even if there's so many good investments right now. Take it slow. Don't be a hero. There's just so many things going on right now. You know, do I think that there will be another big boom in Pokemon and trading cards? Yes. When? That's the real question. It could be 1 year from now. It could be 2 years from now. It could be 5 years from now. No one knows. That's like timing the stock market. If you're able to figure out how to time the stock market, you'd be rich. But it's impossible. Trying to time anything, you almost always lose. For an example, I can sit there and sell, let's give an example. Let's say a team up box right now. I can say, you know what, team up is $2,000 a booster box. I think that's maxed out. I think it's gonna go back down to $1,500 or $1,600. So I'm gonna try to time it right now. I think it's maxed out. So I'm gonna take that $2,000. I'm gonna sell it, take my $2,000, and I'm gonna put it aside. And I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait 6 months. So it's not doing anything. It's gonna drop down. People are gonna need money, and all of a sudden it's gonna go down to $3,000. It'll go up to $3,000. Can't time it. The only thing you could do is have time in the market. I had multiple people on one of my last videos going, "What do you mean you're never gonna sell your investments? That's not an investment then." People kind of take things too serious. I don't mean like I'm never gonna sell my investments. I just don't see me ever selling them anytime soon unless I need the money. Now, in 20 years from now, yeah, I'll probably sell them. You know what I mean? I'll sell some stuff. I also want to keep some stuff. I really enjoy collecting. You know, one of the reasons why I picked being in this market is because I love Pokemon. It's so fun. It sucks that I got in so late. I didn't start collecting until 2020. So I really missed all the really expensive boxes now that you could have got a long time ago. But you can't look at that, you know what I mean? We still have a lot of opportunities right now. I think this is probably the best time to be in the Pokemon market. We have the whole Sword and Shield era. Well, half of it's great. Half of it, but those boxes, you have Silver Tempest, Brilliant Stars, Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, you have Chilling Reign. I mean, those boxes itself, if you invest even right now, the return you're going to see in 3 to 5 years is going to be crazy. Just the cheaper boxes, Fusion Strike, Chilling Reign, Silver Tempest, I can see those boxes all day being worth $300 to $400. For sure. I mean, the cards inside by themselves are just super amazing. And then you have Evolving Skies and like Lost Origins, which are amazing. Those boxes should be worth $500 to $1,000 in a year or two. I could be wrong. They could just stay the same price for the next 2 years. And like I said, don't listen to me. Don't be like Mike told me to buy Evolving Skies because they were going to go $1,000, and now they're only worth $600, and I only made 15-20% of my money, 40% of my money. We don't know. But the thing is, as if you look at the history, things always go up. It's just you got to not listen to all the noise and negativity. The negativity will drive you crazy, and it will make you want to sell. I understand that we're all sitting on a lot of money, which is a utility that helps us go around and make more money and do things. We all need it, you know? And it sucks because we gotta sit there and you go, well, I could do so many other things. I could go take a nice vacation. I could go buy a brand new car. I mean, there's so many things you could do if you just sell your collection. But in the long term, that's not is what's going to help you. You have to be patient. No one is patient. I have seen so many people sell out. A friend of mine just sold his whole collection for $178,000, which in one big trade, that's great. I told him I maybe would do the same thing if someone came up to me and said, I'll buy everything you have. I have cash right now. I have a briefcase full of cash. It would be hard for me to say no. When it's in front of you, it's one trade. You don't have to go sell hundreds of things. Even though you can make more money doing one by one, you have that in front of you. But then you got to figure out where to put all that money at. $178,000 is a lot of money, and yeah, it's a lot, you know. And yeah, you don't have to worry about money for a while. But as inflation goes on, you're losing 5 or 10% of your spending power every year. So in 5 years from now, that $178,000 is going to be like $70,000 or $80,000. So you have to always be thinking about, how am I going to keep on beating inflation? That's the number one thing. When inflation was 2% annually, all you had to do invest in the stock market, and your money's making 8%, 10%. That's how the last generations made money to do these things. It was patience and learning how to make money with their money. Working every day and saving your money in a bank account does not work anymore. It's with inflation and rent and food and everything else, everyone's getting clobbered, you know. And I'm here trying to tell you guys, just relax, be patient. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. We will be sitting back in a couple years from now going, I'm so glad I kept all my cases of booster boxes. I'm glad I invested more. I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I put some money in the stock market. You know what I mean? I'm glad I did this and that. Yeah, it's going to be up and down. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think that there's still going to be time where it could drop. Especially the stock market. It's so unstable. Next year might be a little risky. But, you know, with me, I consistently still do what I do. I don't listen to the noise. I don't listen to negativity. I just try to bring positivity in my videos. And that's all I try to do, you guys. I'm just here just talking to you guys and having a good time, opening Pokemon cards, and just living my life, honestly. And even if one person listens to this and it helps them out, then I'm happy. That's my biggest thing in the world, is just talking to you guys. It's fun. And I love the positivity. I love the positive. I love the community. The community is awesome, you guys. I love the comments. I love reading all that. I love when you guys like the videos, you know, all that stuff, you know. I really enjoy all of it. And yeah. So if you guys have any questions about what you guys should invest in and all that stuff, and just anything in general, just let me know down in the comments. I'm always reading them. I'm always replying. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday, and I will see you on the next one. Be safe, and I'm out.